Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a new video on some journaling things. I got a question on my last video about if I keep other journals besides my bullet journal. So thank you, Brooke, for this video idea. I, of course, have my bullet journal and just my bullet journal, which you guys have seen, so I won't be showing that in this video, but I do have 3 current other journal type books that I do keep and use. Now they're not as daily as, say, my bullet journal, but they are things I implement into my life, and a lot of it has to do with my mental health and stuff like that. So, I guess we'll start with the first one I had lots of journals and diaries and things when I was younger, which I could always do a video on, like, reminiscing on those, because I do have some from, like, when I was really younger. But, this journal, I like to, this is, like, really, like, sad and, like, might be weird to some people, but I literally call this my depression journal. And I know some people are gonna be like, why would you focus on those negative thoughts you're having and, write them down and go through them and blah blah. But for me, I've found that writing those out and letting the negative feelings and thoughts that I have out on paper helps me. So it's not that I'm trying to make my life worse by any means. It's a way of coping, really. So I started this one actually in 2014, so 4 years ago. And 4 years ago, I actually tried to commit suicide, and that was when I first started this journal. And as you can see, I wrote this that night, and this was the first time I ever cut myself, and this is how many times I cut myself, and I made those slashes on this page, and I was like, yep, that's what happened. And it might be really dark to some people, but that's just the reality of what my life was at that point. And I can always go into a more depth video on my mental health story, really. I'm not better by any means. I'm better than I was 4 years ago, but I'm not 100%, and I don't think I'll ever be 100%, but I've learned new things, and I've definitely grown since then, and but I still struggle a lot. So I could always do a video on my story or that point in my life when I did try to commit suicide. But back to the journal. So I kept this. I started it in September of 2014, and I first started writing in it when I came home from the hospital, and since then it's not it's not like full back here. It's really I use this journal for when I'm having really bad days, and I just need to let it out, and I write it in here. So if someone were to go through this, they'd be like, this person needs serious help, like this person is struggling. But I just had to let things out, and there's really deep things in here, but it's just reality at this point. So it's really sloppy, it's really like real and raw, and like I never am like perfect with what I'm writing. I just let out what I'm feeling down on paper, and it's really helpful to me. So yeah, I just write the date. Sometimes I write the time, sometimes I don't. but I typically like to keep the date in there. So, I mean, the last time I wrote in this was January 30th of this year. So, yeah, it's not full, so I mean, that's good. I mean, if I had this entire thing full, that would be kind of sad, but I do think that if you're struggling with your feelings and your emotions and, you know, negative thoughts, to let them out on paper is a really good coping skill to have, and it's definitely helped me. So my depression journal is definitely a thing, and I would recommend it, honestly. And now the next little journal type thing I have is this little booklet, and this is my like quote book. So, and I have filled this one up like a ton, and these aren't like those nice motivational quotes you find on Pinterest or something. These are like deep dark quotes that make me cry. And again, people are probably like, why would you focus on that stuff? But writing down quotes like this, I mean, the last one I wrote is, it's impossible to find someone who never hurt you, so go for the one who's worth the pain. And I write down quotes that are relative to me at that time, and ones that make me kind of feel less alone, and like I'm not crazy for having the thoughts that I'm having, or the feelings. So, I mean, this thing is half full. Both pages are full, and I could do a whole video reading these, but I mean, it would take forever. But, I mean, there's one that says, loneliness is the toughest feeling to deal with. So is depression and anxiety, but there are medications out there to cope with those. There's no single goddamn medication in the world to save me from this agonizing feeling of having nobody. So, I mean, they're sad quotes, like, they're not happy, but I think that at some points I need that, and I need to just write things down, like, again, like feelings and emotions that I'm having, but they're other people's words. They're like, sometimes I do write little quotes or poems or whatever, but almost like 99% of the quotes in there are from like Tumblr or Instagram or Pinterest or whatever, and just knowing that someone else feels similar is helpful some days, you know. It just helps me feel a little less crazy sometimes. But again, these ones are kind of a little down and negative, but I think they're still helpful for me, at least. And yeah, but the latest one I've implemented into my life is a gratitude journal, and along with those, I think this is super important too. So this, I just write down the date and I list 5 things I'm grateful for that day. And this is a newer thing for me, so I just started this in December. So, but I just started it with a quote: "Be thankful every day," and then I just list 5 things. I can do little doodles, or quotes, and I do journal, like, I do put like a little blurb about my day. Not every day I write in here is nice. I do, some of my negativity does get thrown into this, because I'm just like writing things I'm grateful for the day, and then I start talking about my day, and then I get into why my day sucked, and then I'm like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be saying I'm grateful for these things. So I'm still working on that, and I mean, it's a tough thing to do, and it's really an everyday practice that I have to keep implementing. So I'm still working on it. I'll show you. I also put my washi tape collection in here for some reason. I didn't want to put it in my bullet journal because, like, I just felt like it would be too much, and, like, if I put it in there and then I got new washi tape, then I wouldn't have it room in there, and then it would just make me frustrated that it wasn't all in one place. So I'm just like, I'll just put it here. It won't bother me in here. So, but yeah, so I just list 5 things. Some days I don't write anything. I just write 5 things. Some days I miss being grateful, like I don't write in this, and that's okay, but I'm trying my best to do this as much as I can. And then again, some days I do write about my day. So, I mean, yesterday was a good day and I wrote about that. And so I can look back and be like, yeah, I had a good day that day, and those things made my day, so maybe I should use those things more. So, I do have older things that I used to have, like journals and diaries and stuff. I could always, do like a video on things that I'm not using anymore, like past, like go back in the past and like read my old diary, or like I've seen like videos where they go through their old journals or whatever. Like I could do that video. So let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in that. I don't know if that's something anyone really would want to see, but yeah, so again, thank you so much, Brooke, for your ongoing support and being such a loyal viewer over my crazy journey. It means so much, and I hope your name is Brooke. I think it's in your like username, so I'm not sure if that's actually your name, but I hope it is. I'm sorry if it's not. But yeah, those are 3 things aside from my bullet journal that I try to use and implement into my life, and they have helped me, and I hope you can get some ideas and maybe they will help you too. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. And if you have any other ideas or suggestions or anything you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments down below, because I'd love to know. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.